Hey everybody, Andy here, and today we're taking a look at this, the Orange Terror Stamp. This is a 20-watt pedal-sized amplifier with a valve preamp. Let's take it out and I'll show you how gorgeously beautiful it is. And when I say gorgeously beautiful, it's actually tiny and cute. That's it there. So that's, if I hold this up, I've got some things to show you to show the size. Here is a standard Boss compact pedal. That's how big it is. That's the Cab M from Two Notes. They look quite nice together, actually. And that's the HX Stump from Line 6. So it's considerably smaller than an HX Stump. Also in the box, we've got the power supply. But sadly, but not surprisingly, the power supply is outside of the box. Otherwise, they'd have to fit that into the pedal as well, which is insane. Then we plug that in. There we go, and there's a little switch on the side so you know if it's on or off. I'm going to keep it off at the moment. Blue light, blue must mean good. Plug it into the power supply, and on we go. That's it. On the back we've got input for the guitar, a send and return. This thing has an effects loop, so I'm going to throw some reverb in there because a dry signal is not always awesome. Cab Sim output on the headphones, so as soon as you plug in headphones it doesn't just sound like you've plugged into a pedal, it sounds like it's going through some Cab Sim, so I will be testing that for you as well. And we've got a speaker out at 8 ohms or 16, so I'm going to be plugging that into my Harley Benton Vintage 212. You're going to hear it through the mic, through the E906. That is so tiny and cute. I'm going to put the Boss pedal next to it just so you can see how tiny it is. Look at that. Anyway. Right, I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to have a listen first through the Vintage 212s, through the Celestion Vintage 30s, and then I'm going to put it through the Cab Sim. There it is, the tubey goodness. That is quite loud. That is louder than I would normally play in this room. That's probably on the limit, on the cusp of where I would play, and we're only on 10 o'clock. We're on about 10:30. It's about 10:30. Time for tea. I'm now going to crank that up to, say, 12. Hang on, that's gain. What am I doing? Oh, the volume is at... Sorry. You're screaming at me right now. So the volume is actually at 1 o'clock, and the gain was at 10:30. Idiot. All right, let's try and keep it clean and push that up all the way there. So that's loud. I mean, that's... I'm not sure that's drummer loud. So if you want clean, I don't think that's going to go against the drummer. I'm going to test that. Need a drummer. That is thick. That is not... That's up the way up. Let's try that. That is super loud, but not cranking my ears off loud. Okay, speaking of volume, this has 2 volumes, you might have noticed, and a foot switch. What does the foot switch do? It makes it quiet. Oh, it switches between the 2 volumes. Okay, so you've got your... That's handy. So you've got it's not 2 channels, but it is 2 different volumes. So they're doing exactly the same. They both share the shape and the gain, but you could have sort of a, I don't know, like a rhythmy thing going on here. So that's handy. That's well done. Well done. I'm going to try and put the effects loop through. Or do you want to hear the cab sim first? I guess we should do cab sim first. Let's take a listen to the cab sim. So I'm going to plug in a cable from the cab sim to my audio interface, and you're going to hear the TerraStamps cab sim. I don't know. There's no load box. There's no load box as far as I know. You don't have to have a speaker plugged into it. So you can even use this for rehearsing purely headphones. Normally this would go into the headphones, but I'm plugging it into the audio interface so you can hear it. Hang on, if I plug the cab in as well, maybe we can switch between the 2. I'm not really sure how that's going to sound to you, but I'll put something on the screen now when I'm editing it to let you know what I think. Let's try some shape. Let's see how dynamic it is. Alright, so you've been hearing it dry. I'm now going to keep the cab sim and the cab on, so I can switch between the 2 during the rest of this video, but I'm going to throw in a reverb pedal into the effects loop. Back to the orange TerraStamp, it does the effects loop really well. It turns I often associate orange with rockier sort of music. So I'm going to put a fuzz in front of it now and see how it takes that. Get it, my doom on. Okay, so that's fairly clean. Let's engage the Raise the Dead fuzz. It's not very doomy, but it certainly is fun. Alright, that is a insane amount of fun, and it's taking up this much space. Look how much fun I'm having, and it's taking up less space than the body of a guitar. It would be wrong of me not to try the SD2 just to see how that sounds. I'll give it a bit of lighter gain. Extremely lighter gain. This is going to be quite contrasting, I guess. Let's put that over there. Hello, SD2. I don't plug you in very often. Oh, thank you. Thank you for choosing me. Okay, so give it some juice. It's quite jangly, isn't it? I wonder if you could mod that into a wah pedal. I mean, not a very wide mod pedal, but wah pedal, but indeed some wah. I'm going to do that. Watch out for that. I'm going to mod that into a wah pedal. Put a little extension on the side. So clean with a little head. Alright, that is a very usable, crunchy kind of leady kind of sound that just adding one, so just with these two, I mean the reverb for me is necessary. That's not the best choice of reverb for rock, but those two together, pretty nice combination and pretty cheap as well. So the orange Terra stamp is coming in at about £160, about 180 euros, and somewhere in that ballpark for dollars as well. So that is an amp in a pedal format that you could take to gigs, take to rehearsals. You could gig with that. Definitely, if you were miking the cab, you could not get super cleans from it. I am truly impressed with the Terra stamp. I'm going to come back with another demo soon and play something else through it and set up a pedal board with it and do some more music with the Terra stamp. I'm Andy. Thank you so much for watching. I have been playing guitars and the Terra stamp. If you'd like to have more information, there's more stuff in the video description down below. Remember, it's the end of this video, but it's not the end of our time together because there's another video on screen now that you can go and watch. I'll see you later. Bye. Wasn't supposed to do that.